Hey, let me talk to you like someone who lived with this screen day in, day out, because if you're here it's not by accident. You're the kind of person who's stopped accepting blurry motion, washed out shadows, or colors that feel polite instead of emotional. You feel your content, and you know when your TV isn't giving back what you put into watching it. This is for the kind of person who notices when detail is missing, who catches motion that feels hesitant instead of alive, and who realizes deep down that their current screen just isn't matching their expectations anymore. Before your brain runs through another comparison round, check the current price and stock. Large olds like this don't behave predictably, and hesitation tends to turn into regret. You probably hit a point where you knew it was time. Maybe it was during a late-night movie when the dark sequences looked flat instead of deep. Maybe sports motion felt smeared where it should have been crisp. Or maybe you watched something on someone else's setup and felt that quiet "yeah, mine doesn't look like that anymore" moment. That's the real sign you've outgrown compromise. The first time you switch to this, the relief is immediate. The blacks don't just go dark, they anchor the image. Motion feels smooth without blurring, even in fast scenes. Colors aren't just bright, they feel true and dimensional. You stop fussing with picture modes and just watch. That's the difference between settling and actually enjoying what you paid for. In everyday use, this changes how you sit in your living space. Movie nights feel cinematic instead of fine. Sports feel energetic and controlled rather than a blur of motion. Gaming feels more engaging because every detail is anchored, every shadow holds nuance. Even scrolling menus in casual shows look surprisingly refined because the screen doesn't gloss over texture, it shows it. It's not about chasing flashy specs you forget. It's about how performance feels steadfast, confident, effortless. Once you live with that level of clarity and motion together, anything weaker starts to feel like you're compromising your own experience. If you're wavering, don't wait for stock works or random price swings. Screens at this caliber tend to disappear quietly once people catch on. You might wonder if you're overthinking it. That doubt usually fades fast once you see how much subtle detail starts to matter. What you thought was sharp suddenly looks softer in comparison. Here's something most people don't expect: you actually watch differently. You notice composition. You notice texture. You notice how sound and picture actually sync with intent instead of random energy. It changes not just what you see but how you feel while watching it. Every scene feels intentional and full motion stays clean and confident. Colors are rich without oversaturation. Your room feels like cinema, not just a screen. Watching feels immersive instead of passive. It demands space worthy of its scale, and premium performance means premium consideration. Eventually the comparison loop dissolves. You realize you already knew what you wanted deep down. That's when choosing becomes simple instead of exhausting. If you've outgrown settling and you want a screen that finally feels like your standard, not just good enough, this is that upgrade. Check availability, trust the instinct that brought you here, and enjoy owning a display that genuinely feels like a step forward every time you turn it on.